So we got to talk about Hank Green. Now, if you guys don't know who Hank Green is, he is an educator over on YouTube, and him and his brother have been around for a very long time. They're one of the OG YouTubers. I've probably been following Hank Green and his brother since the beginning. It's like following Smosh, you know what I mean? It's like one of those. And he recently got into some issues with some backlash about using AI too much in his scripts, in his videos. And I just kind of want to talk about my opinion on it. Now, I've loved Hank Green forever. It is a complete delight to follow him on so many of my social medias. I follow him over on TikTok, and I love seeing him in the comments on some videos where people tag the show to him. You know, I was concerned about him when he had cancer. I'm a big Hank Green fan. And I was originally going to do a video talking about his environmental video because me and him have the same degree and we would probably run along in the same field-ish. But, I decided not to because I wasn't sure how I was going to do on my channel, so I just decided to leave it alone. But if you're interested in hearing my opinion against his video, please feel free to comment below and I will do it. So I'm going to show the thing that people are talking about. Now, it is an excerpt from this Complexly, it's called Does Hank Green Shave His Butt? Soupy Time, Ask Hank Anything. And he's talking about the Booba and Kiki thing where it's like, does the shape of words and how they sound correlate with shapes, right? And he's basically going over that. And then it stops like suddenly and it switches over to it feels like he's not talking to the audience. It feels weird to address the audience in the way that he had. So let's look at the clip. Okay, so we're going to look at this real quick and I'm going to just let it play.
Is sharper and it's got those stops. So, does this mean that words aren't made up? No, words are definitely made up, but it does mean that there are things that matter to a community of brains creating language together. That does not mean that booba naturally means round in the secret language of the universe. It means that when humans are asked to attach sounds to things, the sounds are not blank. They matter. There's a thing in there that matters, and that's very cool. A better way to say it, and I appreciate the pushback, is a word is a human invention, and human inventions are made by bodies and brains working together with the systems that they have, including the sounds that they make and how that feels inside of the brain.
So now that you all heard it, I believe that because of the previous thing that he said, where he says, this matters, that matters, like, I can feel the stops when he is like, you know what I mean? Like, AI likes to do too many sentence fragments for like emphasis. And I feel like the sentence prior to that was going over it. And then it was like, I appreciate the feedback or whatever he said. That feels like he jumped to the thing and then read it outright and didn't realize that he read it outright because what he's doing is he's ad-libbing. This is what I believe. I believe he is partially reading verbatim and ad-libbing too, because I don't understand why someone would be like in the video. I appreciate the pushback. Literally no one was pushing him back. It doesn't matter what the context of it is. No one was pushing him back. So it'd be like, it's like when I do my buttonimus, or there is another way that I feel like you would want to address like someone maybe giving you a feedback even before the video, but like no one was pushing it back. There's no comment section. You know what I mean? But I also wanted to show his original tweet too. This was on he's replying to somebody and he goes, I produced this under a ton of pressure, so I went and checked my process from start to finish. I did use Chat for research on this script, and watching it, I definitely get an AI feel. So I think it's fair to say that I was relying on AI too much on the generated notes. That's a thing I've been doing, and it's a bad habit at a time when I overcommitted myself. But I just went to the notes, and the script for this is neither the script for this, but I just went to the notes, and the script for this and neither contained the I appreciate the feedback line. So that particular moment was an ad-lib in reference to my guest pushing back on me saying that words are purely made up. So he also deleted that tweet and he made this instead because someone was commenting and he goes, I'm struggling so much with this admission as someone who followed him for nearly as long as he's been making videos. I am not owed an explanation for this, but gosh, I would love one. So he does reply, and it is incredibly long, but I'll read it for you guys. I'll just read it out. 3 things to start. I'm mortified that I have let so many people down, and I think I understand how that happened. I'm going to start changing things about how I make stuff. Complexly, AI policy is public and well considered and adhered to by the whole team, and I think it's worth reading. They are a nonprofit that made a Crash Course and SciShow and a bunch of other shows that I do not write for. The thing that everything we do is based on you. Oh my god, is he talking through like typing? Because it is hard to read. The thing that everything we do is based on is that you know that what I'm saying are my thoughts coming from my brain in the way I decide. I have made that harder, and I'm sorry. I've been relying too heavily on AI as a research aid. It can be very useful as a task for this task, giving me access to a lot of other papers I didn't know existed really fast. But I think that has been the detriment to my work because it has not given me the freedom to find all of my own ways into and around the topic. But for clarity, the origin of claims in my videos are not said this. I have been using AI to locate papers and other sources for learning about topics. You are still getting my takes based on what I read, know, and learn. I think what people have said in this thread about me deluding myself is spot on. Ultimately, what I am most scared of is ruining myself for other people, but I have not been managing my impulses very well. You need to know that the words are mine. I don't think that this has been true, but I have been moving so fast in my own process isn't actually clear to me, and I want to have a guarantee. I want to have it be a guaranteed moving forward. What I can't guarantee, though, is that we will agree on about this technology or what to do with it. I think that's good. We need lots of kind of folks critiquing this technology. I'm not a pure AI hater, which people in the AI industry know. So when I say that these models were deeply trained disturbs me, that lands differently. I don't know. A little bit of that feels a little bit AI to me already. Like, that lands different. I don't know. Which people in the AI industry know. So when I say that these models were trained deeply disturbs me, that lands differently. Okay. When I say that I think that when I say that I think that the speed at which these companies are trying to consolidate economic power should freak out everyone in the world, that's coming from someone who has nuanced takes. When I say I worry about climate impacts of this rollout, that is not me saying I don't think this tech should ever exist. It's me saying, for God's sakes, please don't let it make our biggest problem worse. And it's very likely that you, the reader, and I disagree on how or whether AI should be used. I think it makes sense for a disagreement to exist, but I also have always believed that my audience is more likely to be right than I am. You know what this feels like in the way that I can't, and I'm sorry for deluding myself in a way and harming the thing that we've built together. As for the, why don't you just make less? No one's making you do this. I'm not sure that's how I work. I have been feeling the pressure of, I have this little video idea. I need to get it out real fast so I can get to the important stuff. And I create when I feel that pressure. But making more things does not make me make better things. It does not. God. It does. Oh my God, I'm so bad at reading. I'm so sorry. It does not make the big thing that we've been doing for 20 years better. I know that I can manage myself more effectively. I'm gonna let you guys watch me draw or something. I want to make videos like the one I made yesterday on Hank's channel, where the writing was the whole thing and I felt it all the way down and have been so enriched by people's responses to it. And sure, I'm probably going to make dumb, unscripted, straight to the camera thoughts videos sometimes, and I'll play connections. But mostly, I need to come to terms with the fact that the level of dopamine I've been hitting from interacting with LLMs, with doing more and more, is not healthy for me or good for the world. It is careless and has disconnected me from where people are on this. I was talking about this with Catherine last night, and she did not pull any punches. Frankly, neither did John. Neither of them think I have been being healthy and I need to adjust. So what's going to change? Expect less on Hank's channel. I may need to pause for a while. It may be that Hank's channel comes back with writing and research report. It may be that it comes back with way just fewer videos. I am just going to spend time finishing a video I've been working on for ages that I think really matters. Smush and 4x3 are getting paused as well. If there are bugs, there are bugs. I have a backlog of 4x3 boards right now, and frankly, writing them is usually a souls to me, but if we run out, I'm not going to worry about that. So it just reverts back to the static board one day, so that'll be that. I do want to support good store and complexly in whatever way possible, so there may be some stuff on the front, but reliance on me has always been risky, so we need to build for that as well. I'm sorry for harming the thing that this is based on. And we all know that I try to be completely nuanced when it comes to people in AI. So my nuanced take is that I 100% know that Hank Green does have a research team that he pays for, and that Hank Green is rich, and that Hank Green is neurodivergent, and that he is very roll with the dopamine. That is how he works. That is why he is the way he is. And knowing that, I know that a lot of people can get very addicted to using LLMs for almost anything and everything. And I do believe that he is addicted. I do not believe, however, that he is as innocent as he tries to make himself out to be, because I believe that if the thing is he made that video about the water thing, and then he made another video, and then he made the world video that he recently put on his channel that showing this slight animation of a tilt, and it is 100%. I listened to enough and read enough AI text that I believe that video is AI assisted in the script, because I have never ever listened to Hank Green speak in a very poetic way as he does in that, and followed by all of the AI-isms that are there, where the video isn't saying anything. It's not saying anything of substance. He's going on too long. He's going not in a way that felt meaningful, So I think that he is just probably going to be more open about it, which he should have been in the first place. And this, by what I mean by being open about AI usage, is if the AI content is facing with the public, I feel that you need to at least put it in the description. You need to put it in your bio. You need to put it in a place where people can find it. Okay? Because you're now not telling them, you're making it so people have to go and look to see if you're using AI, whether you should just tell them or not. It's not exposing that you're using AI as a PR problem. Okay. We can say whatever it is all day long, but if the type of creator that Hank is, or he has built, you make the audience that you keep. Okay. You make that. So for example, when I did a video about AI speed paints, I was doing that because I thought I needed to show you guys. And I was very nervous about making that video because I thought it would be perceived poorly, or people would argue with me and maybe take it in a different way. But what ended up happening in the comment section, I did get some backlash. It wasn't much. I got more direct messages, and when it was posted in other locations, the places where it was posted, I did see some really negative comments there. And it made sense because, well, I did use AI, but I didn't hide it. And, I gave them the choice to not watch it. It did say straight up what it was. But I feel sometimes it is important to, let people see the thing if they don't want to interact with it, right? And that is what my writing video is going to be about. But the Hank Green thing is that, people are like, well, he didn't hide that he was using it. Well, he didn't state it that he was either. You know what I mean? We had to wait until he made a comment. We had to wait until, you know what I mean? He already knew how his audience would feel about it. He had to know. We're not stupid. So I don't believe he didn't know. I don't believe, I believe that he's upset that he got caught, and that, John and Catherine, they probably told him, well, that's what happens when you get caught. I mean, that's what happens. And I'm not saying I'm not saying that you shouldn't, oh my God, I try to be nuanced. I'm not saying that he can't use AI to find papers, right? But he has a research team. Does the research team not fact check aren't people writing scripts for him? He's fucking money man. He doesn't need AI. He has a whole team doing this. And when someone who's an educator, right? I'm not a super educator. I don't profess that I am. I know certain things. That's what I know, and that's what this channel is about. The things that I know, the things I can figure out on my own. And he professes himself as an educator. Just the other day, I saw a video that was talking about KDP, and if you don't know what KDP is, it has to do with book shit for authors and uploading. And this person was like, it's all changing. And then when I went and I watched the video, this is my first time going to this channel that had over 140,000 subscribers. I listened and I heard that she was using a ChatGPT or Claude script. So immediately I had to know that I cannot trust this person because, one, I don't know where she got that information from. Two, I don't know if she just generally is just reading off of what she's saying and she didn't even fact check. There's no way for me to know how, the veracity of the things that this person is saying. And this is not the first time I've seen this in the author space either. So, and this is not the first time that I hear AI scripts being used, because people want that poppy thing that drags the people in. But it sucks because you could just hear all the AI-isms in it if you are familiar with it. I think that Hank Green is just going to do what he wants. I think that he's upset that he got caught. He knows he has to step back and then figure out what he's going to do, because I think he realized that his addiction was bad, but also most of his videos probably, I don't know. The most recent video that I watched, I believe, had an AI script because it's a bunch of nothing. Because I have said a million times that do not apologize for using AI, okay? There's no reason for you to apologize. That's the thing, everybody knows what it is, what it does, how it harms you, whatever. If you really believe that this was not problematic, then you should not be making excuses for why you had to use it. It sounds like you're an addict that has a problem, and you're trying to push it on the fact that this thing is an infinite slot machine, and you wanted to play with it or whatever, instead of just owning it. Yeah, I used it. I've said this a million times, transparency is key, and I feel that, you need to put it somewhere, bro. You need to put it somewhere, bro. Finding papers is one thing, but you totally, that recent video is totally you just reading off an AI script and just, this is what, I have said before, when people, what is the path of least resistance is likely true most of the time. He says, I ad-libbed that thing that I said on Complexly. Do I believe that? No, I don't, because there's no one to push back on. I don't believe that. That sentence is too weird, and the sentence before it is weird too, and I'm sure that you guys heard it. It's weird. It's weird. Okay? And I believe that he is using it more than just papers and research, because saying okay, I try to give people a pass on the research thing, because I feel like sometimes you just don't have an answer. Sometimes you just can't find the answer on Google anymore. For reals. Sometimes the answer's just not out there. Reddit just didn't pick it up. I can't think of a recent question that I asked an LLM directly, but it was something. Oh, it was something about the type of DNA synthesizer used in 2002. It was a very niche question, and it was looking for a needle in a haystack, and that's kind of what I'm meaning. No one's going to shit on you for looking up a niche question or being like, I can't find this one thing. I know it exists. LLM probably can find it because it's just a faster searcher than you. That doesn't mean that you don't go look at it, you don't fact check it. You know what I mean? Like, I just believe that he's using it way, way more than just research for videos. He's probably 100% he's using it for scripts. He says he doesn't use AI to write his scripts. I believe they're assisted. I believe that he does write a script for it, and then he edits the script around and he keeps his notes there, and sometimes he reads off what is exactly there, and sometimes he ad-libs what's going on. I almost never use scripts. That's why my videos sound like this and a little bit rambly, but I'm going to keep watch on Hank Green and see what happens from here. He's clearly not going to stop using AI, which is whatever. But I think that maybe, I just don't have a solution for him. And I try to be a solution-based person. But my solution would be just put on your main channel and on every video where you used like ChatGPT, whatever, what you used, how you used it, and just make sure that people can see it. And you don't even have to say it in the video. Just, disclaimer, this was used by chat. That's what I would do. That's my solution for Hank Green going forward, because nothing pisses off people more than finding out their favorite creator is using AI in their scripts and AI in their research, and you have to like trust them blindly. You have to trust them, right? And what he's hurt people's trust, because now we don't know how much information is being fact-checked by or if he fact-checked it at all. We just can't know. You know what I mean? We just don't know. Because I've had, what was it? I was looking for something related to a musician, and I knew that she had used AI in one of her music videos, and I couldn't find it. And then I was like, I knew that she had talked about it somewhere, but then when I asked an LLM to find it, you know where it said it was? It said it was on her Wikipedia. So I went to the Wikipedia and it wasn't there. The article is just gone. I don't know where it is. Can't find it. I went on her Facebook. I went on everything. It's just wherever the reference is of her talking about it that I read, I can't find. Neither can an LLM. So does it even exist? Who knows? Maybe I made it up in my brain. But like LLMs will straight up give you information that does not exist. And it sounds good too. It sounds good too. But anyway, I wanted to thank you guys for coming by, and tell me what you guys think about the Hank Green thing. Please subscribe and go over to my Patreon. Damn it. I am going to have that AI writing video for next week, because it was bogging me down too much. I just needed to get it out. I just needed to get my 2 videos out, and it was just, I wanted to talk about the Hank Green thing too. So I will see you next time, guys. Bye.